warm welcome to you here on TV News, on TV Sapiencia. The top stories today. The newly appointed Managing Director of the Nigerian Independent System Operator, Abdul Mohammed, has announced plans to work with industry operators to improve coordination in generating, transmitting and distributing electricity, ensuring it meets regulations and benefits Nigerian consumers. From South Korea, today, Wednesday, they unveiled a $2 billion emergency support package for its crucial export-focused car makers, warning U.S. President Donald Trump's 25% tariffs on the sector could be a significant blow. And in sport, the Tigers forward David Eke says Nigerian champions Rivers Hoopers still have a special place in his heart, despite completing a move to Senegal's ASC Ville de Dakar ahead of the Basketball Africa League Sahara Conference. I am Chioma Vickwemeka, now the news in full. The newly appointed Managing Director of the Nigerian Independent System Operator, Abdul Mohammed, has announced plans to work with industry operators to improve coordination in generating, transmitting and distributing electricity, ensuring it meets regulations and benefits Nigerian consumers. He also vowed to coordinate the interface with operators according to the rules for the benefit of industry customers. Speaking to journalists at the inauguration of the board and management in Abuja on Tuesday, Mohammed assured that the independent system operator will create a transparent, disciplined and orderly environment for the country's electricity sector. Earlier yesterday, Tuesday, Vice President Kashim Shettima had directed the members of the NISO Board of Directors to uphold the highest standards of integrity and expertise and ensure the seamless generation, transmission and distribution of electricity across Nigeria. Aligning with the directive, the MD explained that the operator will provide the changes the system has been yearning for that will guarantee availability, reliability and quality power supply to the citizenry. Away from that story, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered the immediate and comprehensive deployment of police tactical assets to troubling communities in Plateau State. The deployment comes just days after coordinated attacks by armed assailants on March 28 in Boko's local government area, which led to the death of at least 50 individuals and left many others injured. The tragedy has sparked widespread outrage and concerns over growing insecurity in the region. In a statement on Wednesday morning, that's today, the first public relations officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, said the deployment was in a response to the series of attacks and killings that have plagued some communities in the north-central state. Adejobi said the decisive action underscores the Nigeria Police Force resolve to restoring peace, ensuring the safety and security of all residents and bringing perpetrators of these heinous crimes to justice. We move right now to Osun State, where the governor, Ademola Adeleke, yesterday, Tuesday, directed that the previous 17-hour curfew he imposed on the three warring communities of Ilobu, Ifon and Erinoshun be relaxed to 12 hours. The governor linked his decision to the West African Senior School Certificate examination starting on April 24, saying that the situation would not be allowed to impair students' education. The communities had been recently embroiled in violent clashes that claimed many lives and left several buildings razed by hoodlums. In a statement on Tuesday, the State's Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Kolapo Alimi, said the governor's decision to relax the curfew was based on reports of gradual return of peace to the affected communities. He also said the adjustment in the time frame of the curfew would allow students sitting the senior secondary school certificate examination and the unified tertiary matriculation examinations to be able to do so without any form of hindrance. Right now to Ondo State, where workers at the Rufus Giwa Polytechnic Owo in Ondo State yesterday, Tuesday, embarked on an indefinite strike over the non-payment of salaries by the Ondo State government. The striking workers, who are members of the Non-Academic Staff Union and the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Polytechnics, staged a peaceful protest on the institution's campus. to express their grievances. The aggrieved staff revealed that they are being owed 6 months' salaries and accused the government of failing to implement the national minimum wage. They carried placards with messages including, "We are hungry, pay our 6 months' salaries. Mr. Governor, please implement our 2025 budget. And Acting Rector, please clear our 2022, 2023 and 2024 promotion arrears." During the protest, the chairman of NISO Rujipo chapter, Mr. Julius Oluwenga Aro, and his SANIP counterpart, Mr. Saka Olokumboye, called on Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa to urgently address the workers' demands. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Party, said over 16,000 Nigerian doctors have left the country in the last 5 to 7 years to seek greener pastures in other countries. Professor Party also said the doctor-to-population ratio is now 3.9%, 10,000 in the country, while the estimated cost of training one doctor exceeds $21,000. This was as he lamented that nurses and midwives who left have also thinned the number of healthcare workers in the country. The minister disclosed these at the 7th Annual Capacity Building Workshop of the Association of Medical Councils of Nigeria, rather Africa, in Abuja on Tuesday with the theme, Integrated Healthcare Regulation and Leadership in Building Resilient Health Systems. According to him, an increasing number of Nigeria's talented healthcare professionals aspire to work in other countries, driven by factors such as economic opportunity, better working conditions, more advanced training, and superior research environments abroad. He said the migration of health professionals from developing countries is not new, but it has accelerated in recent years. We are following up on the story and we keep updating. It has come to the notice of Anambra State Fiscal Planning Board that developers are building structures, including perimeter fences, without obtaining the requisite approval from the board. According to a press release signed by the Managing Director, Anambra State Fiscal Planning Board, Barrister Chike Madokwe, the unlawful practice happens in Trans Nkesi layout in Onitsha. The release warns the public to desist from embarking on construction of any structure or perimeter fences without the appropriate approval. It further noted that henceforth all structures erected on any government layout without the requisite approval of the board will be demolished forthwith, and the recalcitrant developers also will be charged to court as provided by Anambra State Fiscal Planning Board Law Number 9 of 2013. Still in Anambra State, the House of Assembly has confirmed Mr. Anthony Ubuenu and Barrister Cynthia Idemobi as the substantive clerk and deputy clerk of the Assembly, respectively. Their confirmation followed a motion moved by the majority leader, Honorable Ikenna Fodeme, during plenary. In his remarks, Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Somtochukwu has congratulated the newly confirmed officers for their courage, dedication, and commitment to working harmoniously with lawmakers and staff of the Assembly, and urged them to continue upholding the confidence reposed in them. In their separate votes of thanks, Mr. Ubuenu and Barrister Idemobi expressed gratitude to the House for the confirmation and pledged renewed dedication to their responsibilities. From Ondo State, we got a message that the Governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has approved the dissolution of the management board of the Ondo State Football Agency. This dissolution is to take immediate effect. This was contained in a statement issued by the Governor's Chief Press Secretary, Ebenezer Adaino, today, Wednesday. According to the statement, the governor has, however, immediately set up a caretaker committee to manage the affairs of the agency, which is in charge of the Sunshine Stars and Sunshine Queens football clubs. Away from Nigeria, South Korea on Wednesday unveiled a $2 billion emergency support package for its crucial export-focused car makers, warning that U.S. President Donald Trump's 25% tariffs on the sector could be a significant blow. Now, last week, Trump announced a sweeping and punitive tariffs against the United States' biggest trading partners, the most severe of which are due to come into force today, Wednesday. Goods from South Korea are set to be taxed at 25%. Trump also imposed steep tariffs on foreign-made cars sold in the United States, raising concerns over the global economic outlook and leaving Asia's fourth largest economy scrambling to respond. After industry consultation, Seoul has decided to introduce a set of industrial safety net measures centered on the most urgent demands, it said. South Korea's auto-related export to the U.S. totaled $42.9 billion last year, according to the officials. Away from that, we move to sports, where the Tigers forward David Eke says Nigerian champions Rivers Hooper still has a special place in his heart, despite completing a move to Senegal's ASC Ville de Dakar ahead of the Basketball Africa League Sahara Conference. Eke was Hooper's fourth signing for the Bulls last season, and he combined well with the likes of Kelvin Amayo, Will Perry, and other players to help the Nigerian champions to a third-place finish. The 28-year-old averaged 16.6 points and 11.3 rebounds per game for Hoopers last season, which earned him a place on the AII Bulls second team. Ahead of this season, the D Tigers forward did not reunite with Hoopers, who are currently playing in the Kalahari Conference, but has instead signed for the host of the Sahara Conference, ASC Ville de Dakar of Senegal. Well, that's it on the news. A quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that the newly appointed Managing Director of the Nigerian Independent System Operator, Abdul Mohammed, has announced plans to work with industry operators to improve coordination in generating, transmitting and distributing electricity, ensuring it meets regulation and benefits Nigerian consumers. South Korea today, Wednesday, unveiled a $2 billion emergency support package for its crucial export-focused car makers, warning U.S. President Donald Trump's 25% tariff on the sector could be a significant blow. The Tigers forward, David Eke, says Nigerian champions Rivers Hoopers still has a special place in his heart despite completing a move to Senegal's ASC Ville de Dakar ahead of the Basketball Africa League Sahara Conference. Well, that's it. Many thanks for joining us on the news this hour on TV Sapienza. My name is Chioma Victor Omega. Thanks for watching and stay with us. To have a great day.